He cheated while I was in labor, but I gave him a delivery he'll never forget. Samantha met Ryan when she was just 21. He was charming, good-looking, and always made her laugh. He brought her flowers, wrote sweet notes, and told her every day that she was the most important person in his life. She believed every word he said. After 2 years of dating, Ryan proposed. Samantha was overjoyed. She imagined a life full of love, children, and happy memories. They had a beautiful wedding with family and friends. Everything felt like a dream come true. In the first year of marriage, things were wonderful. They traveled, watched movies every weekend, and made plans for the future. When Samantha found out she was pregnant, Ryan held her hands and said, "This baby will make our lives even better." But slowly, Ryan started changing. He worked late more often. He stayed on his phone constantly, smiling at texts he wouldn't let her see. When Samantha asked questions, he said, "Stop worrying. It's just work." Samantha didn't want to fight. She thought maybe he was stressed or nervous about becoming a father. So she focused on preparing for the baby, staying strong, and believing he still loved her. She had no idea that while she was carrying their child, he was already betraying their family. Samantha's due date came close. Her hospital bag was packed. She had chosen a soft blue blanket for the baby and placed a tiny note in it that said, "Welcome to the world, my little angel." One evening, while Ryan was out, Samantha suddenly felt strong pains. Her water broke. She panicked, called Ryan, and told him, "It's time. I'm going to the hospital now." Ryan answered with a calm voice and said, "Okay, I'm at the office. I'll meet you there." Samantha reached the hospital in pain and fear. Nurses rushed to help her. She asked them to call her husband when the pain became too strong. They did, but he didn't answer. She kept checking her phone. Still nothing. Hours passed. Samantha was in active labor. She screamed, cried, and begged for someone to hold her hand. But Ryan never came. The nurses stayed by her side and did their best to comfort her. Finally, after a long, painful night, Samantha gave birth to a beautiful baby boy. She cried tears of joy, but her heart felt broken. The one person she wanted next to her was gone. Then her phone buzzed. It wasn't Ryan. It was her friend Leela. The message read, "Sam, I didn't want to be the one to tell you, but I saw Ryan tonight. He wasn't at the office. He was at a hotel with another woman." Samantha froze. Her eyes filled with tears. But this time they weren't from joy or pain. They were from betrayal. She stared at her baby, sleeping peacefully in her arms, and whispered, "Your dad left us when we needed him the most." She messaged Leela again. "Are you sure it was him?" Leela replied quickly, "Yes, I'm so sorry." He was laughing with her. They looked close. "I didn't want to believe it, but it was him." Samantha felt like her heart was being torn apart. While she was fighting to bring life into the world, Ryan had been with someone else. She felt humiliated, angry, and deeply hurt. The nurses came in and congratulated her. They asked if the father would be coming soon. She smiled weakly and said, "No." He had other plans. Her voice was calm, but inside, a storm was building. She stayed silent the next day. Ryan finally showed up with a fake smile and flowers. "Sorry, I missed it," he said. "Got stuck in traffic and phone died." Samantha just looked at him and nodded. She didn't scream. She didn't argue. Not yet, because in her heart, she was already planning something unforgettable. Once they got home from the hospital, Samantha acted normal. She smiled, took care of the baby, and let Ryan believe he got away with it. She wanted him to relax, so he wouldn't see what was coming. At night, while Ryan slept, Samantha collected everything. She checked his emails, found hotel receipts, and took screenshots of texts. She had everything she needed, proof of the betrayal. She also took notes of all the lies he had told her during her pregnancy. Samantha reached out to a lawyer quietly. She told her everything. The lawyer said, "With a baby and this much proof, you can take legal action and protect yourself." Samantha nodded. "That's exactly what I want." She waited until their son turned 1 month old. On the day of his little home celebration, she dressed the baby in a cute outfit and made cupcakes. Family came over. Ryan smiled, pretending to be the perfect father. But after the guests left, Samantha handed Ryan a small gift box. "This is for you," she said with a soft smile. Ryan looked surprised. He opened it. Inside was a USB with all the proof and divorce papers. What is this?" he asked, confused. She looked at him with tears in her eyes and replied, "This is your delivery. While I was in labor, you were cheating. Now, I'm delivering the truth." Ryan was speechless. He tried to deny it. He begged. He cried. "It was a mistake," he said. "I didn't mean to hurt you." But Samantha had already heard enough. She stayed calm and firm. "You made your choice when you left me alone in that hospital," she whispered. She filed for full custody. She moved in with her parents and started fresh. Ryan tried to fix things, but it was too late. Everyone in the family found out what he had done. He lost their respect. He lost Samantha. He even lost his job when she exposed how he misused company trips for his affair. Samantha focused on healing. Every time she looked at her baby, she felt stronger. She was raising her child with love, without lies, and without fear. One evening, while rocking her son to sleep, she whispered, "You came into my life when everything was falling apart, and gave me strength. Thank you, my angel." Ryan would visit once in a while, but the baby barely recognized him. Samantha never spoke badly about him, but she never let him near her heart again. She had survived betrayal in its worst form and turned it into power. Years passed. Samantha built a new life. She started her own small business. She joined a support group for single moms. She even began speaking at women's events, sharing her story to help others. She never forgot what Ryan did, but she never let it define her. She forgave, not because he deserved it, but because she deserved peace. One day, someone asked her, "How did you stay so strong after everything?" She smiled and replied, "Because I was holding my baby while my heart was breaking. I didn't have time to fall apart." Her son grew up happy and healthy. He never saw his mother cry over the past. He only saw her rise, day after day. And as for Ryan, he lost everything that mattered. All because he couldn't be faithful when it mattered most. Samantha's silence had been her greatest revenge. She looked at her boy one day and whispered, "You were the real gift that day. He cheated while I was in labor. But I gave him a delivery he'll never forget." And she never looked back again.